I'm live. Waiting for some people to join, and then I shall get started. I've just muted myself. Oops. Right. That is recycling. Hello. Hi, welcome to my live. So when I get back, I shall explain what I'm doing. I'm doing my first body doubling session today. I've gone live on YouTube, and basically what I'm going to do is tidy up, have a clean. And as a neurodivergent person myself, I find it really difficult to get motivated to do these things. And just keep on top of things. But something I find really helpful is doing it alongside other people. So, and also filming it for videos. I find, oh yeah, I'm motivated to do this because it's for a video and people are relying on this video. So that kind of helps as well. But for those of you that don't have a YouTube channel, I'm doing this live so you guys can follow along with me and help hopefully get some jobs done in your own space. So I'm starting with my kitchen today. There's only one person watching right now. I'll probably keep saying that over and over again as hopefully more people join. But first things first, in my kitchen, I'm going to go around my house and collect all my dishes and bring them to the kitchen. So if you want to start in your kitchen, go and collect all your dishes. So that might be that you've got mugs on your bedside table. It may be that you ate some dinner whilst you were at your desk in your office. And so we're going to collect all of our dishes and bring them back to the kitchen. So I will see you here in a minute. And I forgot that was on there. There we are. Right. Turns out, if I can plug this in, there we go. I'm really impressed with myself. Turns out, I literally had one mug in my whole house, which is unusual for me. Normally I'm picking up like 3 plates and then there's a cutlery and a bowl somewhere and then like 3 glasses on my nightstand and all the stuff. Not today. So first thing I'm going to do is make sure that everything on my draining board has been put away from all my previous sessions. Let's get out of that. So hopefully you've gone around, collected all your mugs and your dishes and stuff from around your house. I always find it's a good place to start, the kitchen. My living space is sort of all open planned downstairs, and what I tend to find is I'll set myself a task. Oh, I'm going to start by tidying my downstairs living area. And so I go to do that. And then as I'm doing that process, I then come across dishes and then think, oh, I'll put those in the kitchen. But then when I get to the kitchen, I think, oh, while I'm here, I'll just wash them up. And then I end up sort of starting on the kitchen instead of the living area. So that's probably what's going to happen most times. So I sort of just said to myself, well, why not just start in the kitchen if it's going to happen anyway? So that's what we're going to do. I hope you can hear me all right as well. If you can hear me, I've just muted it again. If you can hear me, then let me know. If not, then I might see if I can plug my microphone in. But first things first, well, take all the dishes out of your sink that have been left in there from before. I've just had lunch as well, so I've got a load of dishes left over from lunch, which need washing up. Right, so I've emptied that up, and then you're going to fill your sink up, which I'm actually going to top up with water from the kettle because I've used my hot water this morning. So here we go. And yes, believe it or not, for those that know me, even my kettle is yellow. So most of the stuff in this kitchen, to be fair, is yellow. You will see. But yeah. Do. Hey guys, so I'm just updating my Facebook and telling people about this live. But basically, if you've just joined, oops, I left my tap on too long. I'm a virgin and I get distracted. If you've just joined this live, then I'm doing a bit of body doubling today, alive. So come and clean and tidy along with me. I know how hard it can be to get motivated to do these things, yeah, it can be difficult, but I actually find that doing it along with someone is really helpful. So if you have any jobs that you've been putting off for ages, come and do them with me. Hey, Heather, welcome to my live. You're currently the only one. So if you know anyone that would really, really find it helpful to do some body doubling today, then tell them about this live. But so far, I'm doing my washing up. I've gone around my house and collected all my dishes that need washing up, which is generally the first step that I do to save me going back and forth. If everything's all in one place, then it makes it so much easier. I've filled my sink up, so now I'm just going to get on with some washing up. And if you have any questions for me or any ideas for videos you'd like to see from me or just anything in general, then feel free to put it in the chat. I'll tell you what I will do, is I'm not looking at the screen because obviously I'm washing up, but I can see your questions because, let's see, because how do I get onto the live from here? Here, maybe? Here we go. So if I join the live on here, no? Can I not join my own live? That's sad. Switch account. Let's try this. So yeah, if you have any questions or anything you want to talk about, then just pop it in the comments. And I will try my best to answer them. Aha! Right, I've joined my own live. There we go. So I can now see your questions and your comments as I'm washing up. It's kind of funny because there's like a bit of a delay on it on here. But anyway, let's get washing up. I love these Dishomatic like washing up brushes because it means you don't really have to get your hands right into the water. Although I don't actually mind doing that. Oh no, I just squirted it all over my hand. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. Oh gosh. Don't do this without concentrating because I've literally just squirted it all over my hand. I guess my hands will be nice and clean now as well. But yeah, I like these Dishomatic things. They're really cool. The only thing I don't like about them is actually that the brush is really temperamental and it often comes off a lot. But if you're someone that really doesn't like the feel of putting your hands in the water and washing up dishes, and these are great. You can just get them in your local supermarket or off of Amazon. They're really cheap as well. Yeah, I love mine. Dishes can be really boring as well and quite tedious if you let them build up a lot. I try and stay on top of them. Someone was telling me about a method. It's something like the one touch method, or I think I've made that up, but it's called something like that. Basically it's where like when you touch something, you're only allowed to touch it once. So for example, when you've finished with a plate, don't just put it down, wash it up straight away because then you've only handled it once. Ideally it's meant to help you stay on top of things. I mean, I'm very much a person that like gets excited about all these new methods that might help with stuff. And I find them hard to stick to it for a long time. So, but I'm trying my best. Yeah, as I said before, let me know if you can hear me all right. I know I'm quite far away from the camera. I wanted you to get a whole angle of my kitchen so that, well, you can see me clearing up and you can do the same. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Oh, that sucks. I've never used a humidifier before. And if I'm being honest, I didn't realize that it involved water with it. But that has to be so annoying. And then, of course, you've got the extra task of now cleaning up all the water that you spilt everywhere. So that's not great, but I hope you've managed to sort it out and get it fixed. But well done for cleaning up today as well. It's difficult on a Saturday as well, because obviously Saturday's the weekend, you want to be having fun. Your friends are not at work so that you're around to see them. And so a lot of the time, actually, because during the week I tend to be working or I've got regular commitments, I don't always get enough time to be cleaning or tidying up as much as I would like. But by the time it gets to the weekend, I'm like, oh, well, I want to be having fun and seeing friends and doing things. I don't really want to be spending it tidying up. Unfortunately, being an adult and living independently sort of forces you to do that. You don't really have a choice. So anyway, I was not quite motivated for this, and then I decided, oh, let's go live, do some body doubling. Actually, someone on a Facebook group I'm in suggested that it would be really helpful for them, so I thought, oh, why not? And I did get to see my friends this morning, actually. A group of my friends normally meet in a local coffee shop on a Saturday morning. And I don't go every week because sometimes I'm just tired. I'd rather have a lazy morning or I've got stuff on. But it was nice to see them today, and it sort of broke it up a bit because I didn't want to spend the whole day cleaning and organising. And it was nice to get out and get some fresh air and then see people as well. Because also it's so hard when you live by yourself to not become really isolated. And that's something I really struggle with. So I try and make sure that every now and then I am seeing people. Yeah. Anyway, how's your tidying up going? Let me know. I'm actually sort of trying to get the house ready because I've got my sister visiting next week and my niece who I haven't met yet, which will be really nice. Obviously, I need the house to be clean and tidy for when they come. So it's sort of a good motivation as well to get it done because I'm not sure how much time I'll get next week to do it. So yeah. And I can see a few more people have joined. So if you have just joined, then welcome to the live. I'm doing some body doubling today. So if you've got anything that needs cleaning or tidying that you've been putting off, then come and join us. I've gone live. I'm just at the moment doing my dishes in my kitchen and starting on one area at a time. I think that really helps to sort of have a plan of doing one thing at a time because it can get so overwhelming. You don't really know where to start sometimes. So yeah, I'm starting in my kitchen, but if you have any jobs you need doing, feel free. I find it a lot easier. Oh, hello. I opened my food waste bin and there were 2 pots of soup in there, which I had no idea about. That's being neurodivergent for you, putting stuff in random places and forgetting about it. So anyway, I find it a lot more motivating to clean and to tidy when other people are doing it at the same time. So yeah, if there's anything you've been putting off, then today's your day to start it. Keep me updated as to how it's going. And hopefully you don't have any major accidents like myself or Heather. Did some cat litter this morning. Oh, well done. So when I lived with my brother and his, at the time, girlfriend, they had a kitten. And yeah, she had a lot of cat litter. So I never had to do it myself, but I know what daunting of a task it can be. So well done for doing that. I know it couldn't have been easy. And also that's another great thing is the fact that you're now having a coffee. I think it's really important to like acknowledge that some things, especially for neurodivergent people, I mean, I don't know if you are neurodivergent or not, but for some people, it can be a lot harder to complete a simple task than other people. And to give yourself a reward for doing it is just, well, I was going to say it's very rewarding. It is. It's just a great motivation as well. And it's just a nice way of saying to yourself, like, well done for doing this thing. And it makes you feel better about doing other tasks as well, I think. So that's really important. I think I've sort of done it the other way around where I went for coffee this morning, knowing that I'd spend the rest of the day sort of getting organised and stuff. But actually, I'm going to reward myself tonight by not having any expectations on myself. I know that cleaning and organising can take quite a lot of spoons out of me. So I'm going to sit down and have dinner and watch The Masked Singer and then have a bath because I love a good bubble bath. So that's my treat for getting some stuff done. And I'm hopefully going to try and get my downstairs sorted. Actually, that looks like all of my... Oh, no, I've got one more dish to do. So what I started with was going around my house and collecting all my dishes. It's much easier than sort of starting the washing up and then getting your hands dirty and then having to go around and look for all the dishes when your hands are all wet. And so if you gather them all first, and then I've literally just been washing up my dishes, which is something I kind of really not disguise. I really disgust. Well, not disgust, but I hate doing it. I mean, it takes forever. Well, it doesn't take forever, but it feels like it takes forever. And like it's constant. Like whenever you finish doing the dishes, I was talking to my friend about this the other day. Whenever you finish doing dishes, there's always like more dishes that appear. And I'm thinking, where have these come from? I just did the washing up. So it's a never-ending cycle, really. But someone actually said the other day, they said like to reframe a lot of things. So they were saying how if you look at it as like it's not that you haven't done the dishes and you failed to do the dishes, it's that you're still in the cycle of doing dishes. Because if you think about it, even if you finish washing up and drying up and putting away all your dishes, you've still got then the stuff you used for lunch whilst you were doing those dishes, and then you're going to have more stuff in the evening. It never ends. There's never an end point of doing the dishes. So when you sort of reframe your mindset and go, oh, actually, I'm just in the washing up stage of doing the dishes, and you don't have to think about when is this going to end, because it's not, then it actually really helps a bit. So now that I've washed the stuff up, I'm actually going to go straight and dry it up and put it away, because if I don't, it will sit on my draining board, well, for a long time, and then I'll run out of space for the next lot of dishes. So I'm trying to keep on top of things as much as I can. Yeah, welcome. It's great to have you in the live if you're still watching. My channel is very neurodivergent friendly. Well, I try to make it so. But we welcome everyone, whether you're on the spectrum or you're not, or you're self-diagnosed. Yeah, it's great to have you. I try to do my best to share my experience and any tips I come across as I navigate life as what's that thing called when you're independent, as an independent neurodivergent person. I was trying to think of the word. I was thinking I couldn't think of the word. So yeah, welcome. So actually, as I dry the stuff up, I'm going to put it away as I dry it up. Again, it's that thing of only handling things once, rather than drying it up, putting it away, because that's almost in effect making it two tasks. Whereas this just ends up being one task, one movement in a task. Also, I don't know if anyone can relate to this, but does everyone else have like a mismatch of a mug collection? I was speaking to someone the other day about this, and I said, like, it's so normal to have like matching plates and matching bowls and stuff. But when it comes to mugs, like I just have a whole collection of mugs that are like random. But actually, for someone that loves things to be symmetrical and like the same of stuff, like with Tupperware and stuff, I like them all to be the same brand. Like the mugs doesn't bother me. And it's strange how that sort of works, but each one sort of has a story behind it and a memory of where it came from or who got it for me. And I kind of like that. So mugs are the one thing I don't actually mind having loads of different things of. I'm sorry to hear that it's different in America. I actually know people that live in America. They're not neurodivergent, but it's very different in all countries, really. I feel very privileged in a way that, like, we've come a long way in society of learning and understanding about autism, especially in like the healthcare sector and NHS and stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, we've still got a very long way to go, but things are better than they used to be. And sometimes we take that for granted, forgetting that other places aren't so. I know that some people have said, oh, they've been on holiday, and some airports in England are very aware of the sunflower lanyard scheme, and some really aren't. But especially when they go abroad, as soon as they get to the other country, they sort of don't even know what it is, and then they don't understand what accommodations you might need and stuff, and it's really difficult. So I feel very fortunate that we're getting better at that in the UK. But yeah, it is hard. I know that waiting times for diagnosis and stuff is currently like at least 3 years. I was diagnosed when I was 16. So like late in some respects, but still a lot earlier than other people. And I feel like the whole process kind of happened over a couple of years. But I also don't feel like I waited as long as some other people do now, so I feel very lucky in that sense. I also have mentioned before, I don't know whether it's been on YouTube or whether it's been on my Instagram, which shout out to Instagram. If you don't follow me on there, go and follow me on there. But I also suspect that I might be ADHD as well as autistic. And so I would like to get tested for it, assessed for it. But I keep putting it off for various reasons. One, because I know it takes so long. And two, because there's always that self-doubt of, but what if I'm just making it up, or what if I'm not, and they tell me, oh, you're being ridiculous, and blah, blah, blah. Imposter syndrome, basically. And so that sort of puts me off as well. But what I would say is when I got my autism diagnosis, maybe not straight away, but at least now, like it's just so reassuring to know that, like, that is who I am and why I am the way I am, and to know that I sort of fit in and belong to a community is really nice as well. So if you can get a diagnosis, I would really recommend it, but it's not everything. Like, so many people self-diagnose these days, and that's totally fine. Like, if you feel like you are, that's fine. What really annoys me is when people just say, oh, we're all a bit autistic, and then go around telling people that they are because they do the same things that people they know are autistic. And it's like, okay, but we're not all autistic, and it's not something to joke about or just to talk about lightly. But yeah, anyway, that's my rant over. How are you all getting on with your tasks? I've almost done drying up my dishes. I'm very proud of myself because, well, there's just no way I would have got it done without doing this live. So, there we go. Also, really random thought, but does anyone ever have like specific pots or specific mugs that they use for various things? Like, for example, this glass pot, I always heat my beans in this pot. And then, like, I don't know why, but this particular mug is the one I always crack my eggs into when I make my breakfast. I think because I've just done it in there like once, and it's like, oh, this is going to be my egg cracking mug. So I just have like specific things, and not even like on purpose. Like, it doesn't have to be those things. It just tends to be them, and then you get used to it so much that then it feels weird doing it in anything else. I don't know if anyone else is the same. Hi, Mr. Magoo. I hope I said your name right. Welcome to the live. No worries about not joining in. I mean, to be honest, I'm sort of having a conversation with myself. But if you have any questions or just anything in general you want to say, then feel free. Sometimes I find it quite relaxing just to watch these videos. Not actually do anything, but just to see someone else get a bit organised is nice sometimes. Yes, no problem. Hi and bye. I hope you're having a good day, whatever you're doing that you can't hang around for. I know it's a bit of an awkward time, 2:00 on a Saturday, but actually it's the time that I was free and Actually, after lunch is kind of the most important time for me to try and be motivated. Because when I have lunch, now I'm trying to eat more at my table, because if I eat on my sofa, I'll put the plate down and then be on my sofa and I won't want to get up. Whereas if I eat it at the table, it makes it more of an event, and then I actually have to get up off the table to sort it out. Thanks, Mr. Magoo. Appreciate the lovely compliment. But yeah, if I sit at my table, then it means I'm already sort of up and it's not as comfortable as sitting on the sofa. But if I sit on the sofa, I won't want to get up, and then I spend ages sort of stuck in a state of inertia, I guess, of not being able to move from one task to the next. And then I might end up scrolling on my phone, which is a really bad habit, or watching TV, or just not really getting anything productive done. So actually doing this live has sort of forced me to go, okay, people are relying on me. I'm going to actually do some stuff. So anyway, yeah. So if you are just joining us, I have done my dishes. My next task that I'm going to do is, well, I need to put this in the food bin first of all. It's a piece of cake that I got a while back and never got round to eating, so that's kind of sad. I hate to waste a piece of cake. Well, actually, I say it was a piece of cake. It was sort of cake crumbs and the sauce that was left over from the cake. But yeah, I never got round to eating it. And me, being the neurodivergent person that I am, will probably put it in the fridge thinking it was actually butter, and then forget about it for months. So now that I've seen it now, I think deal with it now, before I forget about it. So that's what we're going to do. One coffee cup. Yeah. Do you know what? I wish I could live off one coffee cup. Someone actually said something the other day that made so much sense. Which so someone was talking about how do we help not have so many dishes all the time, not get it all backed up and stuff. And basically someone said, well, I limit how many things I have in my cupboard to use. So for example, I've just emptied my washing up bowl now. For example, if you only have 1 or 2 plates in your cupboard, I mean, you don't realistically need more than that if you're living by yourself. But if you just have 2 plates in your cupboard, then when you've used both the plates, you're forced to wash them up because you have no other plates left in your cupboard. Whereas for me, I know you can't see, I'll show you at some point probably, I've got at the moment 6 plates in my cupboard. I'm an independent person. I don't need 6 plates. And I think that's one of the reasons why my dishes get so backed up, is because I think, oh, it's fine, I've got another plate in the cupboard. I don't need to wash this one yet, which obviously isn't great thinking. And then, yeah, things get piled up. So I think something I really want to do this year is go through and take a lot of the stuff that I don't use or I don't need, and just put them in a box in the loft or under my bed or wherever, so that I can get them out when I do have people over and friends over. I've got more dishes if I need them, but they're not always out all the time, so that they're taking up space and forcing me not to wash up. For example, like you were saying about your mugs, I'm counting about 20 mugs in my cupboard, and I'm like, why on earth do I need 20 mugs? But I like them all, and I can't bring myself to get rid of any, but I don't need them all in my cupboard. So that's something I'm going to try and work on, is just a bit of decluttering, I think. Yeah, downsizing. I mean, it's great. I think it's all about being motivated to do it. And also, especially like because of being autistic, like it's so easy to get attached to things, emotionally, or physically, and so it's hard to get rid of stuff sometimes. Oh, my vitamin! I haven't taken my vitamin today. I always leave it out on the side because if I have it in the cupboard, I'll never remember to take it. But it clearly didn't work because I still haven't taken it, and it's 2:30. So, anyway, the next thing I'm going to do, take that out for recycling. But something else I'm learning to do is not do things straight away because I will get distracted. So, for example, if I've got a bunch of recycling here, like I'm not going to go and put it in the recycling because then when I'm on my way to the recycling, I might get distracted with something else and then get out of the swing of things where I was before. So I'm just putting it in a pile at the end of my kitchen so that when I leave the kitchen, I can then deal with it. But I'm focusing on my kitchen right now, not my recycling. I'm just going to dry this box up actually whilst I have the chance. How are your jobs going if you're doing jobs today? Keep me updated, let me know. Oh wow, that's so cool. There's so many things from my childhood that I wish I still had. But I don't. Obviously, there's nothing I can do about that. Unless I try and find it online, but I don't want to go into the stage of being even more of a hoarder than I suppose I am. So, but yeah, sometimes it's nice to have things that remind you of those times. I think it's just important not to get stuck in the past and you got to think to yourself, like, now I'm an adult, do I actually need this? Will I use it? Yeah. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to make space on my countertop. I have things out everywhere that really should be in cupboards. I've got one of these milk frothers my friend got me for Christmas one year, and they are so good. So they couldn't find a yellow one, but they got gold, and gold is so cool. So anyway, little tangent for you. Right, I'm going to put my crisps away in my cupboard, which I don't really have space for, but there we go. So one of my tasks at the end of doing my kitchen is going to be doing a stock check of anything I need to add to my shopping list. And also just going through my cupboards and checking that everything in there is still in date. Whether I actually am going to use it or if I can donate it or give it to someone. Or if it needs throwing out, then I'll sort through that. But when I was younger, the one thing that would really annoy me is how people would have stuff that wasn't to do with the kitchen on the kitchen worktop or in the kitchen. And it would always stress me out because I go, but that's not a kitchen thing. Why is it in the kitchen? And now that I'm an adult, I understand how it happens and why it happens. But I'm trying my best to not let it be that way. So I'm going to take that stuff out. This is a really cute thing I got in the charity shop. I'm going to try and show you without it falling out, which I don't think is going to go too well. There we go. It's like a dish thing I got, which I have no idea what I'm going to use it for, but it looked really cool. And I think that's part of the problem is I see really cool things and I buy them thinking, oh, one day I'll use that because it looks good. And then I never do. So it just adds more clutter to the space. Which again is something I want to do, go through and actually look at the stuff and go, do I use this? Am I ever going to use this? And see if I can get rid of anything. And by get rid, I mean I'll probably take it to a charity shop. Yeah. I think as well, like someone was saying the other day that like when you're neurodivergent especially, it's okay not to be able to sell things online. So I was having a clear out of my wardrobe the other day, And I was like, oh, I've got a whole pile of clothes that I ideally want to sell. I was like, because I don't want to just give them away. So I was like, oh, I know, I'll upload them to like a website and I'll like list them on there and then I'll sell them. But that takes a lot of spoons for a neurodivergent person. Well, at least for me anyway. And that just wasn't possible. So in the end, I had to sort of give in and say to myself, well, it's okay just to take them to a charity shop. I know you wanted money for them, but if you're not able to do it, then they're just going to sit in a pile for months on end until you feel ready to be able to sell them, which, let's be honest, isn't going to be anytime soon. And I actually would rather just have the space back. So I took them to a charity shop. And they were grateful for it anyway. So I'm going to just wipe down the surfaces on this side. Now that I've cleared some space. And then put some of the stuff back. Let's just put everything on one side for now. I'm going to I keep reading the comments off my phone and then forgetting that the camera's over here. Oh, wow, that's kind of cool to know about America. But I'm interested, like, how does a TV in your fridge work? It sounds, yeah, interesting. That's for sure. I'm actually making not a New Year's resolution because I don't really do New Year's resolutions. But I'm making a goal this year to try and cut back on the screen time that I use. So sometimes on my phone, my daily average could be like 6 hours on my phone. And most of that is just scrolling when I have nothing to do. So I really want to try and cut back on that and actually be meaningful with the time I spend online. So for example, like posting about my videos. I'm trying to be better at not being online and on screen so much, I'm also trying to get better at posting on Instagram. Because I tell people all the time, oh, follow me on Instagram, and then I never really post anything. So I'm trying to get better at doing that, but also not pressurizing myself to then be online and reply to comments and look at other people's stuff. Like, I'm literally just going to post what I want to post, and then that's that. Unless it's interactive, like I posted something the other day, asking how you were, and it's nice to sort of reply to some of your things and stuff then. But yeah, I'm trying to be more mindful with what I do online. So now I've washed this side of the workspace. I'm going to sort of do the kitchen in sections. So this side, and then this side, rather than do all the surfaces at once. Just because I think that's how I want to do it today. I do it differently all the time. So this can go back in my cupboard with my mugs. It doesn't need to be out. I don't know why it's out. Oh wow, that actually sounds really cool. And interesting, like to see, that's how things work and stuff. I have an Alexa and I love my Alexa, and she can add stuff to my shopping list, and it connects up with an app on my phone. So yeah, I can then go into a shop, open the app up on my phone, and then have my shopping list right there, and it's great. I'll tell you what would be handy is something to tell me how much of everything I have in my fridge, what stuff's gone out of date, and what needs eating tonight, because I don't always think to look at those things. So that'd be really handy. However, in the meantime, my Alexa does a pretty good job of that. Of some of that stuff. So this, right, then I'm going to put my kettle back. It's a bit gross on the bottom here, so I'm just going to wipe that off. Some things you never think to clean. The bottom the base of your kettle. So random. Here we are. So I've got my kettle, my toaster next to each other. And then when I'm done in the kitchen, I'll give you a little kitchen tour. So that's that. I've got my chopping board there. My block of knives, which I'm just going to give a wipe down because it can get quite dusty sometimes. Let's have a look. There we are, that'll do. My block of knives that can go there. My microwave also gets very dusty, so I'm just going to wipe down the top of that as well. Get rid of some of the bits on there. Which I probably should have done before I wiped down the surface, but that's okay. It's too late now. Right, there we are. Right, so the next stage is to do my hob. I hate cleaning my hob. Really hate doing it. But actually, at the moment, it's not in a terrible state. So I don't think it will take too long. My friend got me these one year, I think for Christmas. How cool are they? They're like oil and vinegar dispensers that like are gravity, so they open the beaks when you pour them. They're so cool. Anyway, so I'm going to clean my hob. So I'm just going to take these off, which I do wash down every now and then, but they're not too bad. Let's see. Just going to give it a bit of a wipe. It's satisfying though, like when you do have a clean space. It's so nice to not be tripping over things and be able to find where things are. Because actually that's one thing that really does stress me is I constantly am losing things. I'm either like losing things or tripping over things. Like obviously I don't choose to be unorganized and messy. Like I would love to be organized. And when I do get organized, it's great. It just doesn't last very long. So if I can like master how to stay organized, then great. But yeah, I don't know if that will ever happen really. But one can hope. Okay. I also sometimes I really like listening to music as I'm cleaning. Obviously I'm not doing that because I'm chatting to you guys. But I will quite often put on my favourite playlist of songs, or if I'm listening to a podcast, I'll listen to that. I just find it like takes my mind off of what I'm doing, like the tasks that I'm doing and stuff. So yeah. Oh, I've also got another reason why I'm sort of doing this today is that I've also got two of my friends coming around tomorrow. We're filming something very exciting. Well, we're filming two things actually, which I don't want to give away, but let's just say one of them is I'm a bit nervous about, but I think it will be good. And the other one is really exciting. Yeah, I don't want to tell you what it is, but you can look forward to it. Yeah. Anyway, so I've got them coming around tomorrow and I want the place to look nice. So, yeah. That's something I find as well is like, if you're ever like really swallowing in housework or like things have got on top of you, invite people around because it forces you to clean and tidy up for the people. And I find something about myself is that I work better when I'm rushed, or I tend to leave things to the last minute. But then I actually get things done. So having people around really helps with that. Yeah. So anyway, I've cleaned my hob. Woohoo! I should have taken a before and after picture. I didn't think of that. But maybe I'll do that when I do my next room, whether that's today or tomorrow. I don't know. To be honest, when I'm in the zone of things, I don't like to stop because then I won't get back into the zone for goodness knows how long. Whilst I'm in the mood, just keep going. So, right, I'm now going to focus on this corner of my kitchen that often gets underused because it sort of becomes a dumping ground for things. Like I've got a vase on there, my soup maker, which don't really need to be there. So we can sort that out. Actually, I need to use my soup maker. I haven't used it much since I got it. And that's the whole reason I got it, was to use it. So maybe this year my goal will be to make more soup. Who knows? Right. My pot of utensils can come out the way. Clean work surface so that I can wipe it down, which is nice. Get into the corner that I don't always reach. And just give it a nice wipe down. I keep seeming to find loads of sesame seeds everywhere, all over my kitchen. And I'm thinking to myself, when have I used sesame seeds lately? Because I don't really like seeds. Although really randomly, I do like the bagels that come with the sesame seeds on them. I don't know why, because I hate them on everything else. I'm not a nuts and seeds person at all. So I don't know how I keep finding them everywhere. It does baffle me. Anyway. Oh, that's better. It's nice and clean now. Oh. Oh, and I banged my head on my thing. Not great. Oh, these jobs can be so long and boring, but you'll be so happy when they're done. And I'm going to save this live afterwards so that if you ever want to do some more cleaning or organising, and you like body doubling, then you can watch this back and do yours at the same time. Although if this goes down well, I might do another one, who knows. Just going to check my Facebook because I uploaded some posts on there and I want to see if anyone's responded to them. So, oh, great. Right. That's that surface cleared. So now I'm going to be mindful of what I put back there and not just dump everything back again. There is actually a plug socket there. So I think I might put my soup maker there, considering if I have it out, it might motivate me to make more soup with it. And then we can put my vase at the end of the kitchen to take to the next room. I'm not leaving the kitchen because I'm not done in the kitchen. My pot of utensils can go back. Here we are. And my 2 oil dispensers can also go there as well. And that's about all I need. In fact, my soup maker doesn't really need to live out. I can put that away as well. I don't really like having all the clutter. So I'm trying to get better at not having so many things out on display. Because I get stressed when there's too much stuff everywhere. The problem is, I don't really know where to put it. So I'm running out of space. So it might actually have to stay out, I think. That's fine. I'll just put it like way in the corner, so it's not too much on display. Right. Next up is the sinks. I'm not going to do these fully because they're only going to get dirty again by the time my sister comes. And I'll have to do it again, but I'll just give it a once over. Because also some food has got in it since I've done my washing up a minute ago. So, here's a question. What's something you've done this week that you've been putting off for ages that you managed to get done? Mine is I rang the bank. I don't know if you saw my short that I made. I've been doing a little mini series on my shorts of challenging my anxiety. So for those of you that don't know, I suffer with anxiety about a lot of things. And something that I really struggle with is making phone calls, specifically to companies or organizations like the bank. So I put that off for a good week or so, and then actually managed to do it, and it went really well. So I was very proud of myself. So I'd love to know what your achievement is this week. Thanks for joining the live. Fat Balls, aka Grandpa, which I only just noticed your name actually. Anyway, thanks for joining. I really hope you got something out of it. And if you know anyone that would find it helpful, then send a link their way. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. Yeah, come back because I'll probably definitely do another one of these at some point. I think it's just helpful for me as well. Like, I don't think I'd get half the stuff done that I'm doing if I wasn't on a video. So, yes. Oh. Right, I think that will do for now on my sink. Now we're going to move all the stuff that I dumped over here earlier. Doesn't help. I did actually have boxes dotted around of things that things that I need to put in various places, but I got out of the habit of using them. Well, actually, I was using them, and they would just get filled up with rubbish, and I'd never get around to sorting through them. So I sort of gave up on that idea, but who knows? Oh, yes, so my eggs stay out because I always have those at breakfast. And my vitamins will go on top so that I can see those because I always use the toaster. These marshmallows can go away, but actually, I think I'll put them in here because I tend to have them with my hot chocolate. So it makes sense to have them in the same cupboard. And that's the thing, like, being neurodivergent is all about what works for you and like not conforming to neurotypical ways or standards. So for example, if you want to have like a plate, a bowl, a cup, a spoon, all in the same cupboard because then it's just all in one place. Like there's nothing wrong with that. If that helps you, then like that's great. If people are saying, oh no, all your mugs should be in one cupboard and like all your plates should be together, well, if that is not working, then why keep doing it? That's my motto anyway. Right, last piece of worktop and then we are done in my kitchen. Hope that your jobs are going well. If you're cleaning along with me, then well done. I know it can't be easy. And if you are just watching, then hello. Hope you're finding this satisfying. I know I am, that's for sure. Thank you so much, Grandpa, for your comment. I'm glad that you found some of my videos helpful. That really is literally why I wanted to grow this channel and expand this channel. If you've seen some of my like really early videos, they're so cringe. I started off basically posting music covers that I liked back when I thought I could sing and I couldn't. And now I really want to actually use the platform to make a difference. Especially in the neurodivergent area of the world. And also like mental health, like I've struggled with anxiety and depression and a lot of things. So I know what it's like, and I don't want anyone to feel like they're alone or they can't talk to someone or that they can't relate to anyone. So it's really great that I'm able to like use this platform for that purpose. And that's sort of what I'm trying to do. So yeah, if you want to watch any of my challenging my anxiety videos, they're in my shorts. And that's YouTube shorts, not the ones that I could be wearing in the summer. But I did my most recent one on Monday, which was challenging my anxiety ringing the bank. I've done a couple of ones. Obviously, everyone's anxiety is different and people struggle with different things. And so just because I struggle with something and it makes me anxious doesn't mean that you will. Some of the other things I've challenged is things like going into a shop and buying a new product that you have to ask for behind the counter, or going back into a coffee shop after I feel like everyone's been looking at me for ages, or ringing up to book an appointment for something, or going into my doctor's surgery to ask for something at the reception, and different things that make me anxious. And I just want people to know that if I can do things, so can they, and they're not alone. So I'm really glad that my videos are helping and reaching people. But anyway, back onto the topic of today's video, which is cleaning and organizing with me. I've now done my kitchen, basically. So what I'm going to do is move this stuff out the way, and I can give you a bit of a tour of my kitchen. And show you now what I've done to it. So this is going to be difficult because it's on my laptop, but this is basically my kitchen. So if we start from here, I've actually got my recording stuff set up on the end here. It's like one of those mics that can come in and out like that, which I have set up down here because it's the place where I'm least likely to be heard when I'm recording. I'm very self-conscious about that. And then I've got like just a bit of blank worktops to do stuff on. My sink and my draining board, which is now nice and empty. And then this is the corner that tends to get dumped with stuff on it. Trying to get better at that. My stovetop. My microwave with a cake box on top, because again, that won't fit in my cupboards. And then I just keep my chopping board, my kettle, my toaster, and my breakfast stuff over here. Hack, put some kitchen roll under your toaster to stop the crumbs going everywhere on the worktop. I find it really helps. So yeah, that's my kitchen. I'm gonna keep going because I'm in a roll. Like if you want to hang around, then that's great. We've been going over an hour now, which is amazing. And if you've just joined my live, if you weren't here before, then what's happening is I'm doing a bit of body doubling today. So if you find it hard to get motivated, or you're struggling to know where to start with cleaning or organizing stuff, then sometimes I find it helpful to do it alongside someone. So if you don't have someone to do it with, then you can do it alongside me. So I've just done my kitchen. I did my dishes. I wiped around everywhere, cleaned everywhere. And I'm now going to move on to my living room. So my downstairs is like all open planned. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my laptop up at one end of the room and then just work from one end to the other, which I think will be easiest. So let's get my laptop set up. And of course, it doesn't matter if you're not doing the same stuff as me. It's just nice to know that someone else is also cleaning at the same time. So there we go. Right, and now you can see my very messy house. That's the only thing about Alive. Well, I do say to people, I'm trying to keep it real and I'm trying to keep it honest on my channel because so many things you see online just isn't reality, and I don't like that. So this is my house. Obviously, in videos and stuff, I will like quickly tidy up or move stuff out the way of the camera so you can't see it. But today you get to see what things are really like for me. So I'm going to start by picking stuff up off the floor, I think, will be a good start because there's actually quite a lot of stuff off the floor. And anything that needs to go upstairs, I'm going to put on the bottom stair so that I can take it up. This just needs to be thrown away. It's been on my floor for weeks now, meaning to be thrown away, and I've just not got round to it. So there we have it. I do need to do some more washing later, but it's going to be loud, so I'll do it when I come off the live. But now that my kitchen's tidy, I can move my washing into the kitchen so that you don't have to look at my washing. And I don't really fancy showing off all my underwear either. So there we go. And because my downstairs is all open plan, I'll do the whole floor like afterwards. Like all in one go because there's no point otherwise. Like, why is there a towel just left on the floor? This is the thing. I'm trying to get good at when I use something, putting it back in its actual place and not just on the floor in the moment. But as you know, for a neurodivergent person, that can be kind of difficult. Towel can go upstairs. I actually know for a fact that this jumper needs washing. Ow, I really just banged my elbow and it really hurts. Ow. This jumper needs washing and it's been sat on the back of a chair for goodness knows how many days now. So I just haven't had the spoons to take it over there. So I'm going to do that now whilst I think about it. Well, I'm just going to put it on top of the machine so I know it's to go in the machine. This can go upstairs. This is so cute. It's from my niece. Ella's first Christmas. So that can go upstairs as well. Like there's so many things that are just everywhere. Sometimes it gets a bit overwhelming. Like you don't really know where to start. But I'm just going to tackle it one section at a time. So, like if you want to focus on, I'm going to do this table first, and then, now I'm going to do this other table, rather than thinking I've got to do this whole room. Like even breaking the room down into sections is okay. Like there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm starting to get a bit of a block now because I don't really know where to start or what to do. Let's start with my sofa, because if I get that done, then it will be something that's done. And then, no, I'm going to start with the table. Well, this goes in the kitchen. Oh man, now you get an insight into what my brain thinks like. Let's start with this table because I'm at the table. So this camera I actually need for tomorrow, so I'm going to keep that out. This can go on my piano because it's for my guitar. This goes in my pencil case over there. What is this? Spare battery for my camera. That's always helpful. Plasters, of course. Oh, that are all falling out the packet. That's not helpful. What I might do is put a couple plasters in there and then take the rest upstairs because I don't need them all out. See, like I've got Christmas stuff over here and I'm thinking it's not even Christmas anymore. Although you will notice I have got a few bits of Christmassy stuff still up. I quite liked it. I thought, well, it's sparkly and it's nice, so why take it down? So anyway, this is my iron that I never use except for once a year. So that doesn't need to be out. That can go upstairs. Actually, what I might do is put everything that needs to go upstairs on this table. So at least it's off of the floor and I can clean all the other surfaces. Which means that this camera doesn't need to go upstairs. So that can go over here, I guess. This candle I used at Christmas and haven't cleaned out the bowl still, so that can go in the kitchen to wash up. I wish I thought of that earlier before I did all my dishes, but hey ho. So that's that sorted. This table has a load of random stuff that isn't to do with music, and this is meant to be the table of my music stuff. So I'm going to just go through and find stuff that isn't music and then take it off the table. And put it up there for now, but at least it's not on the table. I do actually really want to get some sort of storage unit for my books and stuff for my music. Just have never got around to it. It's also amazing the things you find when you're tidying up that you didn't even know you had, or like that you didn't know where they were for ages. All of a sudden you find it and you're like, oh, that's where that was. I have a feeling that's going to happen a lot today. Right. There we are. That's that tidied a bit. That can go in the bin. That's music, so that can go on the music table. Oh, it feels good to get organised. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you one thing. Feels good, man. Okay. This blanket can probably be washed. I don't remember the last time it was washed. So I'll put that over in the kitchen to be washed. This I'm going to use for tomorrow, my tripod. I'm going to be filming a lot of stuff tomorrow. So yeah, I hope you're getting on well with your tasks. I know I'm kind of talking a lot, but it's nice to just know that someone else is with you and doing just ordinary stuff, getting stuff sorted. Actually, if I take this all off my sofa, I can just wipe down my sofa before I put it all back on again. My sofa is brown, and obviously if you know me very well, then I love the colour yellow. So I took one of my blankets and just covered my sofa in my blanket, which is nice. It just makes it a bit more colour in the room. I'm gonna go and get my duster. I'm a bit grown up holding one of these, but there we go. I am a grown up, I guess. Oh. Right. There we go. Just going to brush everything onto the floor. And then when I get to the floor, I can deal with it then. There we go, that's a bit better than it was. And then I can put everything on the floor, on the sofa, to then clean the floor. Which will be so nice, because this corner's come a bit of a damping ground, really. Which I didn't want it to be, and so I'm going to try and pick the stuff up, get it back to its former glory of a corner. There we are. Right, that's rubbish. I can just go there for now. Move this, which I literally bought a while back and have used twice. I should really start using my stuff more, because what's the point of having it otherwise? I do not know. How's your jobs and stuff going, guys? Hope it's going well. Hope you can still hear me from down here, by the way. I know I'm a bit far away now. I'm going to go and get my Hoover, which is upstairs. Do a bit of the floor. If any of you have thick or long hair like mine, it molts everywhere. And so I'm constantly hoovering up all my hairs. But this Hoover is great. It's a Shark cordless one. So lightweight, and it gets my hair so it doesn't tangle it up and everything. So I'm just going to hoover a bit. All my hair is gone. Nice and satisfying. Satisfying. Oh yeah. Right, that's a bit better. I think. Last time hoovering. Just going to go over here a bit. I mean, mean, there's no point in doing the whole floor because I haven't put everything away yet. It's just going to get more dusty and dirty again. But I'm just going to do a few physical bits. I actually really enjoy hoovering. I don't know if anyone else does. I just find it so satisfying. Especially when you have a nice hoover that's like so easy to move around. Like, I really don't mind hoovering. It's all the other stuff I don't really like doing. Oh. I sort of have ended up doing the whole floor now. Oh, right. Well, that'll do. Since you guys are here, and there's only 3 of you, which is cool, you know. I missed a bit. I missed a couple of bits. Oh, that wasn't very good hoovering on my part then. That's also worrying because it looks like part of a wire. So I've obviously hoovered up part of a wire somehow. Not sure how I've managed to do that, but hey ho. Since you guys are here, I'm going to let you into a little bit of a sneaky preview into what I'm going to be filming over the next couple of days. I know I said I wasn't going to tell you, but actually there's not that many of you, and hey, you've got to have some reward for tuning in for this song. So I'm going to watch this as well, actually, because I haven't watched this in a while. So what am I saying? Right. I'm getting distracted. Right, what was I saying? What am I filming? Right. So tomorrow I've got my friends coming round. One video we're going to do is going to be a music video for another one of my songs off of my latest album. If you didn't know, then I recently brought out an album, my first album, and it's called This Is Me. And it's all about sort of my life's journey as an autistic person, struggles with mental health, perhaps things that other people have been through that I've sort of written about. And then a couple of songs on there my friend wrote that I sang on that are at the end, which were really fun to do. So I won't tell you which song, but I'm going to be filming a music video for one of the songs off my album. I have already done a music video for my song This Is Me, which was the single from the album. So if you want to check that out, then you can find it on my YouTube. I was just like, I'd like to do one for one of the other songs, so that'll be really fun. Guys, this place is looking great, even though it's still all over the place. I'm very proud of myself. And now my sofa's clean, I'm going to put stuff on there so that I can find it easier to put stuff in different places, if that makes sense. But yeah, so one of the things we're going to be filming is a music video for one of my songs. Let's see. This is for the bin. Another thing we're going to be filming is a really fun video But obviously, I know a lot of YouTubers have done it before. But that is, I'm going to be trying a bunch of American snacks with my friend Hannah. And you've probably seen her on my channel before. We did a Pringles challenge. And I feel like she was in something else. I can't quite remember what. But one of our friends was in America for Christmas and she brought us back some snacks. So we're going to be trying those. That'll be super fun, but I'm also really nervous because obviously being autistic, I'm really not good at trying new foods. So I hope I like them. But it will be a good challenge as well to try new foods. So yeah, that's something we're going to be also filming. And the third thing we're going to be filming, I'm just taking a break, but I'm not going to sit down because as soon as I sit down, I won't want to get up again. But the third thing I'm going to be filming is actually the start of a journey for me. Now, I don't know if you've heard of a thing called globophobia. Obviously, I've talked about having anxiety about different things, quite open and honest about that on my channel. Something I really have struggled with for a long time is something called globophobia, which, no, is not a fear of globes. It's actually a fear of balloons, an intense fear of balloons. And I think partly because I'm autistic and I don't like loud noises, that plays a part in it. But many other things as well. And this year is the first time I sort of looked at it and gone, actually, I can overcome this. Like, it's just genuinely never occurred to me before that it's something I can overcome. I've just always gone, oh, well, that's me. And that is just how I live. And that's me for the rest of my life. It never occurred to me, oh, I can actually do something about it. So this year, although it's absolutely terrifying, I'm determined to overcome my globophobia with help from my friends. And I got this book, The Anxiety and Phobia Workbook. So I'm going to be working through that. So anyway, the first thing that I want to do for it, I'm going to do tomorrow with my friend. I'm scared, but it's all going to be helpful in the long run. So I'm going to take you through my exposure therapy for globophobia, basically. Explaining along the way, like, what it is, how it affects me. And yeah, basically, I think it's something that's not really talked about very much. I don't, there's so many people out there that probably struggle with the same thing that I do. And yet, because no one really talks about it, they feel so alone in the situation. That was me for a long time. And I've realized, actually, it's not as uncommon as you think. So I just want to go through it and show other people that, if you're going through a phobia or something, then you can overcome it. And to show them what it's like so that they feel a bit less alone as well. And for anyone that's just intrigued or wants to see an autistic girl make some progress on stuff, then it'd be great to watch as well in that sense. that's my hoovering done. That's my alarm going off to say have a snack. Because sometimes, as an autistic person, I forget to eat and drink when I get too engrossed in something, which I totally would have if that alarm hadn't have gone off. So I probably won't hang around too much longer. This puzzle mat is just full of random things that aren't even to do with puzzles. So I'll probably get to that later. Because can't be bothered to deal with it right now. But I'm actually really happy with the progress that I've made, especially in this room. This iron, I'm going to put in the cupboard with all my board games, just because my ironing board lives underneath the cupboard, and so it makes sense to me, even though it's not actually a game as such. I'm also finally getting around to taking this game out of my cupboard. I always was looking for it, like for years, because I remember playing it once and it being fun. But I also don't know why I bought it, because I also remember being really scared when I played it, because basically you have to fit the shapes all in, like the shapes before the timer runs out, and then if you don't, they all ping out. And the ping made me nervous, so I don't know why I have kept it if I don't like the game, really. Well, I might give it to my friends, actually. I'll see. But I'm taking it out of my cupboard to remind me to do something about it, because otherwise I won't. Yes. This is a candle lighter, so that can stay downstairs. And this pillow can go back on my sofa. And this I will just get to at some point, but not right now. I've done too much. Well, I've done quite a lot. But I think for one day, that's quite good. I'll tell you what, I am going to get a snack. I don't know what snacks I have, though. That's the problem. Where did that go? Oh, down here. I guess I'm having a pack of crisps because it fell out the cupboard on my head. But anyway, an hour and a half is good progress. You can sort of see, if I angle my screen down a bit, you can see a bit of an improvement as to what it was. I feel like I'll get the other bits just tidied up, like during the rest of the day. It is 3:30. I need to put some washing on. Put that washing away, which is a mammoth task for myself as a neurodivergent person. Prawn cocktail skips. Quavers, I mean. But yes, I'll try and do that. I need to make dinner as well, which tonight I'm having salmon and potatoes and roasted veg, and I want to make some leeks and cheese sauce to go with it. So that's quite also a big task. So I need to start that probably about 5 o'clock. So we'll see. But I've got some stuff to get on with. So I'll probably leave you guys. These are great. Crisp tongs. For someone that doesn't really like touching crisps, lifesaver. But anyway, I hope you guys have got something out of this live. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you managed to get some jobs done at the same time as me. I find body doubling so helpful. And it's not the most interesting of videos, but actually it's not really supposed to be. It's just there to help you get stuff done. So I may do another one, who knows. If you want another video like this, then give it a like. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. What's the day? Saturday. So you can hopefully expect a video from me on Wednesday. I'm trying to be regular at the moment and post on a Wednesday. And I'm trying to think what the video is that I'm going to be posting. Oh yeah, so I filmed a little day in the life the other day, so it's probably going to be that. But I don't know, maybe I'll surprise you. Anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. Thanks for watching, and I will see you. Hang on. Oh, come on. Oh, no. Oh, so close. Can't pick up the crisp. There we go. Oh. And I will see you. Oh, this isn't going well. Oh no, it went in my sock. There we go. And I will see you next week.